We completed restoring your 1972 Sankyo Pachinko machine. This quick start guide will show you how to set it up and play. Here is the replica supply tray that we put on your machine. It's much thicker and sturdier than the original was that was broken. There is a metal part over here with a spring. It's a fork, and right now it's down and it has two fork teeth that are in the lane here. And if they're in the lane, then balls won't flow in your machine and it won't work. So you just basically have to flip that up and out of the way. Some people bend these prongs that way it doesn't accidentally flip down and people don't know what it's, why their machine isn't working. So that's up to you if you want to bend those out of the way. Then while we're here, we'll go ahead and connect the battery. So it's just a 9-volt battery. When we plug it in, this light here will will come on. And this light is to tell us that we don't have any balls in our top supply tray. Once we add balls, that switch will turn the light off. There is also, out of view, there's also a light inside right below my finger. That's your jackpot housing area. Whenever you get a jackpot, that light flashes. It's currently on because your one ball seesaw is in the wrong position. Let me show you that. Now, the most common problem with Pachinko machines is inside of here there's a clear piece of plastic, like a long rectangular piece, that has two balls in it, and those balls act as counterweights. So that part can pivot up and down or teeter-totter like a seesaw. When it's in the down position, your machine won't work. Balls will back up, they'll jam, you won't get any of your payouts. You have to reset that seesaw in the correct position. Also, the reason the light is on here is as it goes down, it activates a switch that causes that light to come on and flash. So when I pivot that seesaw back up, there's a plunger down here. If I push up on that plunger, it'll pivot it up and the light will go out. Okay, that's the correct position. That's the first thing you want to check when your machine isn't working. The other thing you need to do is make sure that your ball drain lever is locked. Right now it's not, and I can tell because these two levers will pivot all the way up like this. There is a wire right here. It's attached through the back to this little metal latch here. If I slide that over to the left, it will lock these those levers. And if I let go, now they're locked. Okay, now we can load balls in the machine. We'll pour balls into your top supply tray. As they did, they turned off that light and they rolled down and filled up your jackpot assembly. Next, we need to put a bucket at the bottom of the machine to catch the balls. Now with your machine, we attached your wire legs that you asked. These are kind of original wire legs to hold the machines up. And if you have a narrow bucket, your narrow bucket can sit here on the wood and catch balls that fall out of here and also out of here. We have a wider bucket that we're going to ship with you, so you'll need to have something for that bucket to sit on, like a board, and then it can catch the balls. Now we'll load some balls into your play tray. Okay, that was interesting. We've got a lever right here, and this lever is used to empty balls from this tray to this tray. That lever actually got stuck in the open position when we tested your machine before I started to film it. So as you saw, I had to pull it back in place. So what should happen is you slide it over and then pull it back and it'll stop. Let me add some more. Set your bucket in the back of the machine. Now you take your index finger, put it up against your chrome post here, your finger rest bar. Take your thumb and set it on top of the flipper. Pull down and slide your thumb off the flipper. And when you do, the flipper will go back up, launch a ball on the play field. First time we do this, nothing will happen because the ball is getting loaded into the shooter lane. Now we'll shoot. And a ball went down and it exited through the hole here and fell into your bucket and back. We'll go ahead and play for a little bit. we got one ball to go into this pocket here, and then we had another one go into this tulip here. I'm going to play a little bit and then we'll zoom in and talk about the main attraction. I'm going to drop some balls in and show you different things about your play field, but to do that I'm going to have to open this chrome door. And the way you do that is you have to flip the machine around, and there is a loop right here on the right side, and you either stick your finger in the loop or below the loop, and then you pull up and it releases two latches that hold that chrome door. So now we have that open. I'm going to put the bucket back. And now we'll zoom in and drop some balls in. If you drop one in either of the two side pockets and your tulip is closed, so if I drop one in here, it'll open this tulip. If I drop one in here, it'll open this tulip. Go ahead and do that. Now if you get one to go through the very top, basically it'll go straight down, it'll hit these bells, and then it'll enter into your main attraction here. I'm going to go ahead and drop one in. It went all the way through and it opened up this tulip here. This is a special tulip called a double hit tulip. So it was already open and a second ball went in and it stayed open again. So whereas these are either open closed, this is open open close. You can also get balls, instead of going through the center, you can have them go down the side of either side of the castle. Left side opens the left tulip, right side opens the right tulip. Okay, now we've won a bunch of jackpots. I'm going to show you how to empty your, well actually we already looked at how to empty the play tray. So I'm going to empty that real quick. So as you're emptying, if you have a lot of balls here, they can jam. You may have to take your finger and loosen the weight of the balls so that they flow through. Or they may jump up here in the corner like they did just now and cause a jam. And you may have to stick your finger and push there. Or you might even have to pull down on the flipper to get the balls to flow. So I'm going to slide it over. Wiggling it's not happening. Pushing. Oh, I know what's happened. So I've won so many jackpots because I'm so good that the balls have all flowed from here down into your receiving tray, and your receiving tray is full. So no more balls can flow from here into the receiving tray until we empty it. Let me just make some room. Now they all float out of here. So we're going to open this tray, and this tray has a latch in the left corner. And what we're going to do is, good. We're going to push down on that latch, and when we push down, we can pull the door open. Push down, and I can swing the door open. Some balls that were backed up from the play tray down in the receiving tray just fell out. Right here. Okay, here is your shooter assembly, ball loading assembly. If you have something other than a pachinko ball get in there, you may have to open this door to get carpet fuzz or Legos or anything else that might be blocking the path of balls. And if that happens, you can just get a magnet or whatever and reach in here and get the balls out. Now when you want to close the play tray door, you just bring it over. You may have to just lift it up just a tad, push down on your latch until it smoothly closes. Then close your play field door. It's got two latches, so you're going to want to pinch and close the two latch, the door where the two latches are. Okay, we're going to go ahead and empty the balls out of the machine. You always want to do this whenever you're storing it, not using it for a long time. You never want to lay down your machine with balls in it, because then they'll move into places they're not supposed to be. So what we're going to do is, you can either pull this wire over to the left or stick your finger here and push this metal over to the left. And all the balls up to this point have fallen into the bucket. Now we still have balls here and in your jackpot assembly. And the way to get those out is just push down on this lever, push down and let go. Okay, that got all the balls out. We'll unplug the battery so we can save that. And that concludes this quick start guide. We sure hope you enjoy your machine.